beauty of the quaint and peaceful municipality of Molave is slowly deteriorating. The levels of pollution here is steadily increasing with the town's rise in population and industrial progress. Sadly though, this issue isn't addressed as much as it needs to be, so I'm here to try and sway your opinions. My fellow Molavenians, we need to wake up to the reality of the dangers of pollution. Our responsibility of being custodians to our town's natural beauty has been neglected for too long. It's about time we work this problem out for a cleaner, happier community. With the clogs in our sewer systems and the lack of proper waste disposal, to the usage of unsustainable materials, every little bit contributes to the growing problem that is plastic pollution. So how about we reevaluate our options and work toward a greener, brighter future? So today, I'd like to tell you what I think is the best course of action we have in tackling the issue at hand. We live in a part of the country that experiences heavy rains for the majority of the year. But because of how plastic pollution has clogged our rivers and drainage systems, a good majority of our community is spent worrying on whether or not the streets and their homes will be flooded with overflowing river or drain water. So let me show you an example of a labor-efficient and budget-friendly option that can aid us a lot in reducing plastic pollution: drainage nets. Take the small town of Kwinana in Australia, for example. They implemented a drainage net system that managed to collect around 370 kilos of garbage in a period of only 4 months. They also invested a total of about 20,000 Australian dollars in the project, which may seem like a lot, but is cost efficient in the long run since it minimizes manual labor. Why don't we give that idea some thought? Now, as a fellow Molavenian, I think I speak for all of us when I say that there aren't enough convenient or proper ways of waste disposal in the municipality. It can be difficult to efficiently manage the garbage, especially in public areas where plastic waste is to be expected, like parks, schools, or busy sidewalks. We should add more effective and more convenient ways of waste management, especially in heavily occupied areas like schools and plazas. We can start by implementing accessible trash bins in said areas, along with a trash collection system that regularly collects the accumulated garbage in these bins to avoid it piling up. Take Melbourne, another city in Australia, for example. Melbourne has reported to have a numerous 80 trash bins per square kilometer, and in recent years, they have seen a 30% decrease of plastic pollution that ends up in their waters. It was in their collective efforts in the community that created this positive change. So what's stopping us from doing the same? One of the main components of plastic pollution is, of course, single-use plastic bags. The overuse of this in our municipality is greatly contributing to the main issue. So we need to implement ways to manage this. Let's look at California, for example. California implemented a statewide ban on plastic grocery bags in 2016, and since then, they have seen a 71.5% decrease in plastic bag consumption. So we should follow in their footsteps by implementing our own policies that ban or at least reduce the usage of these plastics, especially in our grocery stores and markets, where these are most often seen. And with all that has been laid out, it's pretty clear how we should tackle the pollution crisis at hand. We have the means and the methods of making these plans a reality. So what are we waiting for? Needless to say, our pollution situation took a drastic leap along these past few years. The implementation of these relatively simple programs, however, can significantly aid our fight against the pollution crisis. All we need is for a collective effort towards a cleaner town, and our municipality will be one step closer to being a more ideal place for all. Wake up to the reality that is going on around us. We can't just sit idly by while our precious town is deteriorating with garbage in our rivers and streets. With these low maintenance and cost-efficient programs, a smooth journey towards a greener future is foreseeable. It is time we show ourselves that we are capable of unity and initiative in a time of crisis. With our collective efforts, even the most stubborn patch of trash can be cleaned up. Our time is now.